Hey folks, Lester here, being joined by the beautiful Jamie, and
Good morning.
we are about to be joined by a whole bunch of goats. We are about to be joined by a whole bunch of baby goats.
I'm gonna walk behind here and clean that up.
So Jamie just can't stand the mess. We're outside this morning having our coffee. And I'm just going to go ahead and admit that we've only been up for a little bit. We took the boys, careful. We took the
Better?
Yeah, that's better. We took the boys out last night, not out, but we took the boys to well, it was kind of Ellie's birthday party celebration, and we went to a place called the Main Event, which is a big game room, and it's not for kids. It's not like a kids game room. It's more of an
It's
adult
family.
family. But on a Saturday night, we made what a mistake we made by showing up at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Horrible. We've never
It
done
was
that before.
packed. Oh, it was so packed.
It was a horrible idea.
It was a bad idea. And we had to literally, I'm not making this up, I had to literally bribe. Can you call it a bribe? I had to bribe a guy to give us a table. Yeah, he's like, there's 11 parties in front of you. And I'm like, where are they at? He goes, they're in the game room. I'm like, listen, he goes, they don't know that I'm here. No one knows that we're here, and no one knows that you're not calling us to a table. So I looked at my wallet. I had 2 5s, a 10, a 20. I'm like, I need that 20. So I pulled up that 10 and I says, listen, I says, I'm not a wealthy man. But I says, take this. And he goes, I can't do that, sir. And I'm like, you don't have to hold it. I'm going to put it right here under your computer monitor. I'm like, but it's my son's birthday. I says, we didn't, you know how it goes. And guess what? He got us a table.
The thing is, there were like 8 tables open. They were cleaning them all
Well,
off.
yeah, but here's the thing. So I know how it works because I worked in the industry. So yes, you have a lot of tables open because what they do is they don't want to over
Right.
work the waiters. So you may look in there and say, well, there's tons of tables in here. But that's because if they only have like 4 waiters and each waiter already has 5 tables, you can't give those waiters 8 tables each. That would just it would just shut down. It would come to gridlock. It would just come to like a gridlock. What's wrong? I wanted to read that comment real fast. So I'm sorry. I posted this I pinned this particular comment because Kristen says, I'm going to sit on this spot till it comes in. I love you guys. I watch daily for years. Y'all are my happy place and a big part of my routine. I couldn't be happier to start the morning off with that right there, Kristen. Thank you so much for being kind to us. And I hope that you know that you are also our happy place. Guys, I don't think that sometimes people realize. Now, there are video creators that post once a week. There are some that post once every 3 days, but not us. We post and go live every single day, usually twice a day. And when you combine all of the channels, we spend so much time with you all. And I want to say thank you for being our happy place for the most part. I got to say that for the most part. I'm not saying every day is as happy as the one before, but I really appreciate that. And there are many people that share your sweet sentiments, and I appreciate that. It really does make, well, you know what they say, it's, if you're having fun, it's not work. Or what's that expression? I'm gonna go get her. We have goats who are ready for some attention. What's that expression? It's not work if you're having fun, even
You'll
though this
never
is
work
work.
a day in your life.
Yes.
If you love the work you do, something like that.
Yes, that's it. What it is. You'll never work a day in your life if you enjoy the work that you do. Mm-hmm. And I think that Jamie and I love what we do.
Absolutely.
I know I do. Yeah, sometimes we can find ourselves in a little bit of a.
I think that the biggest thing that I think is that we're still real and we're still human and we still have bad days. It doesn't mean it takes away our love. It might take away our like in that moment, but it doesn't take away our love. And what?
It was not for you, it was for me. It said, quit yakking and go get the goats. Quit yakking and go. No. That was for me. That was not for you. Keep yakking. Keep yakking.
It's okay. I have a hair that is touching my face in here, and I have to.
So you may complain about the hair touching your face. Look at my shirt. I wore the wrong shirt for this. There is hair.
Lester.
There is it.
Lester, something's going on.
All right, I'll be right back.
We got a screamer out there, and it makes my little mom heart nervous as to like what's going on, because it's either typically nothing. It's just that there's 3 and 2 nipples and they're fighting over it. And we have screamers at both loafing sheds. So both Tilly and Sissy have one baby who are like they all scream obviously, but they have like 2 little whiny little baby screamers, and believe it or not, both of them are the biggest boys. And whenever something doesn't go their way, they just stand there and scream about it. They won't knock anybody out. Like, they're the biggest, but clearly they're the softest too, which kind of reminds me of my brother Josh. Big old guy, but the softest heart in the world, would never hurt a fly, would always, Seriously, who's screaming like that? Lester's made it to the gate now, so it's about to take over, but it's a wild ride to learn these personalities and to be on, just high alert. They're brand new newborns. And even though you want to put full trust in those moms out there, they're still at the, in recovery mode themselves. And like, I just think of, I was 20 years old whenever I had my son, and I did it by myself. And I didn't have a husband at the time or anything like that to help or do anything. And it was hard. It was really hard. Now I had family, and I had, my best friend Penny, who I lived with, and things like that. But there were circumstances where, like, physically it was really, really challenging. And I only had one baby. So now I look at these moms out here with 3, and yes, I know they're animals, but I want to help them if I can. And I want to be supportive, because 3's a lot. And they're both still healing and trying to recover themselves and trying to be able to nourish and feed. And oh boy, he's bringing one of those screamers up here, I think. No, he's not, actually. He left his screamer out there. That was smart. I love baby goats, y'all. They are like the refreshing piece of nature of our farm that like bring me back to life. Oh my gosh.
Y'all better hold your ears.
Oh, you did bring this screamer.
We have several screamers. Y'all need to just hold your ears. Oh my God, I love her. Sweetie. Oh my babe. Oh no. Hush it up now. Hush it up. You don't need to do all that. So I did not want to take all the babies from Mama. I thought it would give Mom a nice chance for a one-on-one feed up. And so these are 2 of Sissy's babies. And I'll tell you what, at day number 6, oh my gosh, you need to hush that up. Mama, help me, this mean man. I'm Uncle Hector. I'm not the mean man. Oh Lord, don't.
Mine's good.
Yeah. What did I do wrong?
Her feet you gotta touch her feet to something. Whether it's your leg or your hand, that's what she's freaking out about.
She wants her feet on something solid. All right, are you okay now? Oh, she's gonna wither up now. Oh, sweetie, please. There, sweetie. If my shirt did not have enough cat and dog hair on it already, now I'm gonna have goat hair. Okay, sweetie. Oh Lord, y'all know that.
Candace, settle it down.
She does need to settle it down, sweetie. Stop.
Where are you going? You're leaving? Oh boy.
So Tina says it shows on the news that you guys are having bad weather. It is a rainy day. We have some bad weather here, but it's not anything that we have to be worried about. Oh my gosh. Now listen. Okay.
No.
I know y'all did not want to come and watch us live, just hear a bunch of goats scream. I'm going to put you guys back and
no, she's like, no.
I'm going to trade you for somebody else. I'm going to trade you for somebody else. Yes, I am. I'm going to trade you for another goat. I got a lot to choose from. If I'm not having fun,
why are you going to trade me?
I'm going to switch you out for someone who doesn't scream so much if you're not careful.
Oh, no.
Okay. He goes, switch me out too. Switch me out. I want mama time. I'd rather have time with my mama.
Oh, look.
See, I like to put my hand under them. Now, you want their legs touching the ground. I love to kind of hold them.
I know that you do, but that's why she's part of her freak out.
Okay, well, I'll put my arm under her front legs. Then how about that? No, it ain't. It's not gonna matter. Oh, now hush it
Betrayed
up.
me.
Okay. If this one here starts screaming, then I quit. I'm just, okay. It's not. See, it's not me. Good. It's just her. There. Oh, Mister. So these here now, of course, today is day number 6, and they're at a really fun age.
That's what they want. She wants to play. Oh, I hear the other baby now.
They're at a really fun age where they're enjoying, obviously, walking around with mom. I made a video yesterday. I think Jamie did too. Did you video them on the hill, on the ridge? So Sissy is still Sissy's back to the routine. She's trying to get back to the routine. But like all moms, at some point you go back to the routine, but with babies. And so Sissy's trying to get back into the routine of things, which is a goat's life consists of waking up in the morning and immediately heading out to pasture to go graze or forage. And we've caught Sissy with her up in the front grazing on the ryegrass, and we've caught Sissy here in the back. I know, in the back, walking along the ridge, foraging on God's goodness. But oh no, I imagine everybody's cats are going crazy right now. If you have cats or dogs, guys, I think we've woken the entire house up.
I think
Jamie.
we're waking up the whole dang neighborhood, Lester.
Blame us. Just blame us. Blame me. Don't blame Jimmy. Just blame me. I'm fine. But these are some really sweet babies.
You really
Now,
gotta talk that loud?
Tilly's babies.
That's who's screaming.
That's
over
who's
here.
screaming right now. They were just born yesterday.
Okay.
So they're just 24 hours old.
That's the black one that is screaming like that because it's not near her. So it's still in the stall and everybody else is out with her. And that's what's going on.
If you notice, all of the goats, this is kind of cute, but because the babies are screaming, all of the goats have left the pasture and they came back to the pen to see what's going on. Why is the baby screaming for? Which is just a really neat testament to how bonded they all are. Even though these are Sissy's babies, the other goats are like saying, "Uh-oh, something's going on. Let's go check on these babies. Why are these babies screaming?" That one is worn out. She's falling asleep. They're actually both falling asleep in our arms. Can you feel her heart beating fast? So it's not just mine, because his heart is boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom,
they beat pretty fast. Oh, careful.
Uh-oh. Well, at least she's not screaming so much. But you know what? Sissy's not hollering and yelling. Sissy's like, "Thank you. I needed that break." And what mom does not remember those days where you just, even though you were scared to leave your babies, once you dropped them off and had a little chance to go out and unwind a little bit, be able to go to the restroom alone, all the things that moms just need to do and can't when they have babies. Uh-oh. I think so there's a guy. Okay, there we go. Well,
I love her little flying nun ears. Like that to me is, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to poke you in the nose. I didn't mean it. Tuck those back in. Tuck them in.
Ready for me to trade them out for 2 more? All right, so now I'm going to bring 2 of Tilly's babies. I'll bring 2 24-year-olds or 24-hour-olds, 2-day-old. I'll bring 2-day-old babies.
1 day old.
2-day-old. No, I'm going to
1-day-old babies.
Jamie, I'm going to bring 2-day-old.
Yes.
Or 2 1-day-old. That makes no sense, does it?
Yes.
Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm doing.
2 babies that are 24 hours old.
I'm going to bring 2 of Tilly's babies now, all right? Come on, sweetie.
Oh, boy.
Don't you scream. This is me. I'm Uncle Hector. Okay. All right, here we go. Going back.
No, she didn't want to leave me.
Hush it up already. You need to hush it up.
I think it's neat that we have a girl and 2 boys with each mama. I was a girl with 2 brothers, so that's really cool to me. To be able to watch them grow and watch them learn. Tilly's doing so good. I was really nervous about how Tilly would do with, other things to take care of, because Tilly was a house goat and was very differently raised than normal goats and doesn't feel like being a goat most days. So to see her dive into motherhood was a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I was a helicopter human all day yesterday. And when Lester said we're going to take the boys out, I sort of had a panic attack because I was like, what if something happens? He's like, it's nighttime, and it's a few hours, and goats do this a lot. It had to sort of like put me back into like, okay, you're right. It's not it's not just my job. I can be there to assist, but Tilly has been really wonderful. She was pretty worn out yesterday. There's a cat at my feet. Stranger, of course. Come here. Come here. Uh, so I was really excited to walk out this morning and notice that she was up and about. And even when we got home, Stranger says hello. Stranger's the wall kitty, if you remember. He finds his way near me no matter where I'm at outside. But when we got home late last night, we came out and everybody was all snuggled in the loafing shed dry. And this morning, Tilly was up and about and feeding everybody. And she had delivered her placenta, which was really critical to be able to get that out of her. And that really starts to make her feel like, okay, I'm done with labor and now I need to switch into full-time mom mode. And now it becomes about the babies. And it's really neat, the things that I've seen over the years with babies and moms, but also the things that I've read, and have grown to learn. Oh boy. You brought the diaper.
I brought Kelly and she gets the diaper. She wears the diaper. Oh, Lord. Oh. Show them your diaper, sweetie. Show them your little diaper.
Hi,
she wears an old-fashioned diaper, y'all.
Check on these babies. These are significantly tinier. I can't wait. I bought a scale that I will.
Oh, my gosh. Look at her. What are you doing, sweetie?
Okay. This is the screamer.
That's who was screaming out there, yeah. For no reason. He was screaming for no reason. Look at her eyes. She's like, oh my God. Are we on live? Are we on live? Oh, it's my first live. I cannot believe I'm on live. Sweetie. She's like, there's so many people. There's so many people say hi to me. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Jamie, that is good. Look at this girl's eyes. Hide your face, baby.
All I wanted at one point in my life was a screaming goat and a fainting goat, and I think I got it all in one.
One will scream and the other one will faint. Oh my Lord.
Oh, my little dark deer here.
So yes, these are only 24 hours old.
They're significantly tinier.
Yes, they are.
Look at how sweet she is.
Look at her. She looks like she's terrified. Like, where's my mama? I see dead people and they're everywhere. Baby, I'm not a dead people.
Look at her face dead on.
She has stage fright, y'all. Stage fright.
She is a spitting image of Tilly, though, in the face.
I know, isn't she? Look at her little diaper. Baby, you wear a little diaper. You wear a little diaper. You're going to forever wear a diaper. You know that, right? She'll be an old
lady in a
diaper. Old lady in a diaper. At some point, we're going to love her forever and ever and ever. Yes, we are. So what we have to do, though, I noticed this a moment ago with Sissy's babies. Even though Sissy was a bottle-fed baby, very gentle, you would assume that her babies would be equally gentle. But I had to actually snatch them up because we're not handling them enough. With everything going on with obviously the other property and things going on around here and at the sanctuary, we've been going. And so we're doing our due diligence with our babies, obviously, make sure everyone's eating and everyone's safe. And we've gotten all that they need as far as extra hay in their loafing sheds and all the grains that they need and whatnot. But we're not just sitting here holding them enough, I don't think. And we're going to have to do that more.
Oh, so now, my assignment for the week is hold baby goats.
Yes. Well, so we already know. So, I mean, let's be honest. For the first 3 days, Abbott really he consumed all of your time. Mm-hmm. And everyone knows that I'm just on the go all day. But I realized just now, because they weren't as, I don't want to say skittish, but as jumpy towards me any other day until this morning. Now, I think that they're getting older and they're also learning their way around.
Yeah, I do too.
So
it goes by really fast.
Gosh, it does.
Look, he's good now. We're okay now.
I know. But we love them all They're very sweet and just beautiful babies. I think that they're all healthy.
This is Kellyanne, and this is
That's Ted.
Ted.
Teddy.
Teddy. Oh, my little teddy bear.
I will attempt to go grab the next two, but it's going to be one from Tilly and one from Sissy.
This is Stranger.
All of
Stranger believes that he's part of every live that I do.
So we actually have a vet visit tomorrow morning early. Mabel and Gus are going to be going to the vet and be dropped off for their, it's that time, y'all. Gus will get nipped.
Gus has fathered his last babes.
Gus and Mabel. And so what we're going to do, so tonight is Super Bowl. We should probably announce that.
Oh yeah.
And so we will not be going live tonight. I'm blessed that there's enough folks on here to kind of pass the word that we will not be able to go live tonight because we do have the kids and it is Super Bowl. So we're going to be a little bit busy during our normal Sanctuary Sunday night live. Lester, multiple people are saying there's a tornado warning in your area.
Not here.
Not here. There's not a breeze. There's a few clouds, but
it's overcast, but it's
just
not
overcast. Yeah, I think so. We're fine, friends. Thank y'all. So yeah, we'll be look at her. Oh my God, baby, does my breath smell bad? She goes, coffee. That's not my thing. Coffee is not my thing.
I'm dying at her face.
I will never drink coffee as long as I live, sweetie. Sweetie. Sweetie, stop. Stop, baby. That's not funny, sweetie. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Her face.
She was in a little trance there. See, I think that's the fainting gene.
You think she had just fainted for what reason?
I don't know. I think that that gene makes them do a little freeze face.
So you think that she's like fainted right now? She's like frozen in a trance. Sweetie. Let me move
there we go.
over.
See, now it's back to normal. She's chewing, all good now. She's having a little moment.
Oh my goodness gracious, baby girl. Thank you. See, I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad, sweetie. All right.
There's something so sweet and special about baby goats, y'all. I can't explain it. It's different than puppies. It's different than kittens. It's different than cows. I can add that one to the list right now. There is just something just joyful and cuddly and heartwarming. I don't know. What do you think? Like if you had to pick between baby goats, puppies, kittens,
no. I love all babies. I love all babies.
You do, but you have
I even
to
love
pick.
chicks. I even love chicks. I love baby ducks. I love baby geese. I love all babies.
I do too. But if you had to pick one,
no, I can't pick just one.
You have to.
Don't make me pick.
I'm gonna make you right now in front of God and everybody.
I'm gonna have to say like a baby alpaca then, like Okie.
Oh yeah,
because
that's hard to
Okie
beat.
is just, my God. You know, I was telling Ellie yesterday that think about this for a minute. Now, this is going to take some deep thought, and a lot of y'all can think a lot deeper than I can. So help me out over here. But you know, we started at I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, and now a lot of those sanctuary rescues are been diversified or dispersed to all three of the properties, right? Mm-hmm. So I was thinking to myself that whenever we take the horses eventually and move them here to Longhorn Lester's, which will happen after we get the cows moved from Longhorn Lester's to J&L, that means that when we go to the actual I'm a Survivor, tell me real fast, name the original. Tell me how many rescues are there going to be at the sanctuary once all of that happens. I count Pig Trudy, Tiny Tim, I'm a Gene, Dan, These are these are the ones who are going to be staying at the sanctuary. Now, these are a part of the original rescues, a part of the Lester and Jamie era.
Nate Cornholio.
Nate Cornholio, that's 6.
Adam or Steve.
Adam or Steve, that's only one, y'all. That's Adam or Steve is just one. Everyone who's been around for a while knows that. Some folks are saying, Lester, you're missing one finger. No, Adam or Steve, that's his name.
His name. The geese is a collective.
But hold on, those are not rescues.
Gray Goose is.
Gray Goose. Well, but she came to us.
Yeah, but come on. She's a big character there.
She's a huge character there, but she did come to us. We didn't go out, no one surrendered her. She just showed up one day.
Annie and Ernie.
Annie, not Ernie. Annie, yes. Ernie, we purchased because we needed a partner for Annie. I already said Dan. So now, of course, Ellie and Megan are adding to theirs. During their era, they got that little sheep, Angel. Oh my gosh, what a sweet little guy. But I tell you what, y'all, so pretty much Jamie and I are gonna have to figure out a way to, well, it's not, you don't have to equalize, you don't have to balance out. This is not a game where you have to balance out stuff. It's trying to give each animal its best life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that there'll be a little bit of shuffling. I still think that if Indy comes here,
hold on. Someone says, "Don't forget about your sweet Rocky." Hold on a minute. I guess we'll call Rocky a rescue.
Oh, you want to see Rocky?
You want to see Rocky? You don't want to hear Rocky. Rocky's gonna be louder than you. Trust me. Rocky's loud. He's a loud one.
There'll be an even amount, and the point of it all is
so Ringo's here. Ringo is here, y'all. Ringo is here at Longhorn. Ringo's staying here, right?
Yeah.
I think that Ringo's going to just go ahead and stay here.
It's about making sure that each animal is living in their best life at the specific property based on the needs of that animal.
Hey, and you know who's having the hardest time with that? Listen, I'm just going to say this, and I'm just going to say this, and I've told her this 1,000 times. You know how I'm all about symmetrics and congruency, and I have this weird thing. I'm realizing that I also have a weird thing with names. And we named this property. Now, we didn't do it. You did it. But we agreed to call this property Longhorn Lester's. And there ain't going to be a darn Longhorn here. There's not going to be a darn Longhorn here, Jamie. And that like resonates here, and it will not leave. It haunts me at night. It's like haunting me at night. I know.
Compulsive.
It's an impulsive kind of a thing.
No, compulsive.
Compulsive.
It's like obsessive, and I'm like, what does it matter?
What does it matter? I know it doesn't matter. Seriously, we have to get past. Well, I'm a survivor. Sanctuary has to be the home of all the rescues. It doesn't. And Longhorn Lester's has to be the home of the Longhorns. It's not conducive for the Longhorns. I'm sorry. We didn't think about that, did we? We never thought.
It doesn't, like, to me, it has never been like the name of a place has never been.
She's not like me. She can
like
do this.
A dividing factor. It just never has been to me, because at the end of the day, I'm a survivor is you. It's us. And
yeah, I'm a survivor is a collective of all of us.
It's a community
of survivors.
And it's never been
because we're all survivors of something.
It's never been a destination to me. And Longhorn Lester's has also never been a destination. It's been oh yeah, you think so too? A virtual place where this guy can share pieces of him. And for him, he was like, it says Longhorns, there must be Longhorns here.
I even considered not moving Tex just so we can have at least one Longhorn here. Now, listen, there's no guarantee we're going to move him. I told you, I give you my word. I'm not going to rodeo that bull. I am not going to rodeo him and have a bunch of yahoos show up over here to rodeo that bull into a trailer. I'm not going to do that. If I can't cleverly find a way, working with you guys and some of your ideas, to get him into a trailer, then he will just live here, and he's probably safer here, don't you think? He's a wild
helicopter dad coming in hot.
Well, that would I don't know, but don't worry, Tex will not be alone. I've already said many times that if we cannot get Tex to load, then we'll bring his sweet Santana back to him, because I can load her easy enough. But no, we will have to find a way to get over that and stop associating we have to stop that name association. But the thing is, that's what we learn from when we're little bitty. You learn to associate things when you're little. That's like a normal thing. You must not go to school much when you were little. I went to school. My mom made us go to school.
I went to school.
All bad kids had to go to school. Your parents.
I went to school.
If you were a bad kid, your parents made you go.
No, my mom just didn't want to hang out with us.
Good kids get to stay home a lot because parents enjoy hanging out with them.
No.
But no, that means that I was in school every single day. I never missed a darn day of school. And I had to be really sick. The nurse could call and my mom would find reasons not to come get me.
Yes. My mom would be like, is there blood? Or is there a limb missing?
Listen, I'm the kid that would actually have to sleep in the nurse's office because mom would not come get me. Mm-hmm. I love my mama and she loves me, but she did not want to have to. Yeah, the nurse would say, yeah, Miss Morrow, your son has a temperature. He has a fever. You should probably come get him. My mom goes, how much longer until school's over? Well, school's over at 3:30. It's 9:30 in the morning. My mom goes, oh, well, I have an appointment. I'll try to get there as soon as I can. So I'm in the nurse's office sleeping the day away. She would close a little curtain on that vinyl bed.
We didn't have a nurse's office. We had the only offices we had were the secretary and the principal. And if you had to wait anywhere, it was in the secretary's office and you're holding your little puke bucket there. Like that was it. Forget it. I got to walk home one. This is how sick I was, and mom had to work. We lived a block and a half from school, and my mom's like, I cannot take off work to come get her. Like, there's no one here to replace me or anything like that. And mom goes, will you let her walk home? Oh, so I did. I absolutely did.
Not in this day and age. That would never happen. Guys, I'm not able to read all the comments. I wish I could, but please remember what that little secret is. If someone's being kind of jerky, and people can wake up on the wrong side of the bed, we all do it. We've all had those kind of days. And they say something that's offensive or just trying to be mean. Don't reply to them. Well, actually, you do reply to them. In the same comment, you reply, bye, Felicia. And all of those comments will tally, and it will move their mean comment to the very top. You know about this. So when I come back after the live is over, I can find that person and remove them. You don't have to argue with them. Don't argue. Just say bye, Felicia. Now, I will say this. There are a lot of times that someone says bye, Felicia, yet I don't find anything offensive with what they're saying. So sometimes they can offend you, but not me.
Sometimes I think that they're replying to the wrong one.
Oh no, y'all reply to the wrong person. Yeah, so don't think it just because someone says bye, Felicia, that I'm going to remove. I just think that people are entitled to an opinion. But if you want to go somewhere and be mean, you're not entitled to take over our page with your rant.
Look, Mabel and a stranger back here.
I see it. They love each other. Oh, they're best of friends.
They are the best
and friends. Sadie's right in front of us. Sadie would not leave these babies alone. She was with them when I walked out to get them, and she followed them all the way over to where I'm at right now.
You gonna go get 2 more?
Only if you want me to.
I know you're loving this right now.
Well, they're being sweet. Now, what's going to happen next is I'm going to bring a baby from each of the mamas. So you're going to be able to see the difference in 24 hours, or let's say 1 day compared to 6 days.
Like that idea?
She goes, thank God, get me back to mama because I am hungry. Babe, can you put that coffee to my mouth real fast? Please, take it easy. I'll be right back.
I brought a straw with mine. I could drink it with a mask.
All right, I'm bringing babies back.
Oh, Sadie is a special soul. She has been watching these babies nonstop, and Millie has taken an interest. Last night when I was out here, Millie sat at the end of the loafing shed just staring, like out of curiosity, but also just like she had this like look of wonder in her eyes. And she's been here for the babies, but keep in mind, Millie is 1.5 years old. So the other times that there are babies here, Millie has kind of been a baby herself and still kind of growing up. Now, Fiona has grown up a long time ago. Whenever Fiona got really injured, I think that made her just change all around. And she's been an old soul since. And she's a caretaker as well. Oh, my gosh. They are screaming like mad. I don't know if you can hear them or not. Oh, there goes Mabel, stranger. It's a circus. And I don't know if you can hear all these sounds back here, but all of the times that people tell me Longhorn Lester's is such a peaceful place. You don't want chickens and noise. It is so peaceful. one of these days, I'm going to record all of the noises of Longhorn Lesters and the craziness between Lester yelling at whoever, or, screaming and running from somebody, to running from Carl, all of that. You have no idea how noisy things can really get here at Longhorn Lesters. It's funny because that was one of the biggest things when I said, I want to get chickens and I want to put them behind my greenhouse, which is so far away from our door, where we actually live, where we actually hang out, anything like that. And chickens, not roosters. And people were so mean, like fiery mean to me about like, you're going to ruin it. How dare you? You don't love Lester because he needs his peace. Have y'all met him and seen him yell and holler and run around like crazy? And just that baby screaming right here, he enjoys that. He loves the chaos. Do not let him fool you at all. And the noisiest animal on this actual piece of property right now is his Longhorn Reba. That girl, I swear she can hear us talking in the house, and our bedroom is closest to their pasture. And in the morning, it's pretty much silent. And the second that we wake up and start talking, all of a sudden she starts yelling. She has bionic ears. And she will start screaming and hollering until you go out there and feed her. And then every time that you see her, if you come home from the grocery store, even if she just ate an hour later, she expects to be fed. She'll sit there and yell at you the whole time. She is a gem, and she is a feisty little sassy redhead. I don't know where Lester was going because he went from over here to over there. And I don't know. I guess that's where Sissy probably took her babies out to go up the hill. He might be going on a really long trek actually to get her third little babe out there. Tucker is who he's looking for there, and Greg from Tilly. Now I don't know. Tilly's here, so he probably he has Tilly's Greg in his hands, and he just went to go get little Tucker, little 8-ball, if you will. It's been very busy the past couple days, and I would say since Sissy had her babies, I got really engrossed in the Abbott stuff, and that was a 24/7, 3 days in a row of like just nonstop, just nonstop. I would set my alarm every 2 hours, but I was awake for 45 minutes to an hour feeding him, and then I was still working and just still, just trying to like keep that baby alive. And at the end of the day, it wasn't meant to be. So now coming out to spend time with these babies and seeing the differences and watching them grow, and of course still being a little bit of a helicopter. It's been wild. Did we see the babies at I'm a Survivor? We did see the babies at I'm a Survivor last night, and they're adorable. And that mama Bambi is doing really well as well. I hear them.
I had to walk half a mile to get one.
Lester's getting his steps in this morning, that's for sure.
And this is a humid day.
It is humid.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Tucker, the loudest of the loud.
8-ball. Here.
Look at how different their sizes are.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So Sissy had taken her babies down to the pasture.
Oh, you already got
and I had to. Now Tilly's right here behind us. Hers was easy, and these little ones are cute. They don't care. They have no fear at this age. Sissy though, look, I'm sweating. I'm gonna get my good Cog Hill hat. I've got to be careful here.
Can't get it salty.
Oh, Sissy though had walked her babies down to the pasture. And I had to walk down and gather them. But you never guess what I recorded while I was doing it. I actually stopped for a moment to record Sissy teaching them how to cross the bridge.
Aww.
Don't forget, we have a very narrow goat crossing. We use 2x8s, and we use 2 of them. So it's 16 inches across. And the goats just juke like nothing. And I watched these guys walk across for the first time, these guys, and they're like, no big deal. They're just so sure-footed.
So this is Tucker, or 8-ball, and this is Greg. And Greg is the best eater for Tilly. So,
he's the best eater, I think, for Sissy. Feel how heavy he is.
Yes, he is heavy. But Greg is who figured out how to eat first on his own, and then who who really taught the other two. Like I was out there doing, but Greg is who taught the other two how to get down low because Tilly's a little low.
Listen, her teats, poor baby, her udder is huge.
Mhm.
All right, and then her teats literally drag the ground.
Yeah.
They're like two teats just kind of like dragging across.
She's a bigger girl.
She leaves little drag marks where she walks through the sand. But yeah, and so these babies are having a hard time getting down that low and coming back up into it. So it's fun watching them. But he's learned what to do. Buddy, stand up tall and straight. There you go. Be pretty. There you go. There he is. Look at him. Look at that face.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you look just like your daddy.
Mhm.
Look at the camera here. Look
how short his snout is. I guess that's what it is. It's a snout in a goat. I know it's a snout in a dog.
Probably. I don't
know.
know.
Look how similar that they look, though. That's their daddy.
Very strong.
Because
genes.
Tilly and Sissy are not the same breed of goat. What's going on?
You hold him. Can you hold them both? Yeah. I'm gonna check. You got him?
Yeah. Boy, Sadie just ran off like bananas crazy. No, I'm sorry. You wanted to stand up? Okay, stand up. He's like, I was standing. I was doing so good. They sure are special. And they're just thriving right now. And it's so refreshing to watch that happen. But I know that Sissy and Tilly are both, they have some Nigerian dwarf in them, but they're not full Nigerian dwarf.
Don't step Baba's coffee.
They're kind of mutt goats, right? But they're not from the same herd or breed or anything like that. And Gus's genes are just so apparent in these little guys. I love this speckle because you know where this speckle comes from?
Where?
This is a descendant of Ringo and Meg right here. This one specifically. That one is not. But this is something that Ringo has in his ears, if you've ever noticed.
Oh.
But this is Ringo's great grandkid, I think.
Okay.
I think.
We have a lot to discuss.
Yes, great grandkid.
As far as our future goat management goes. We're not going to do that right now, though. I see a lot of questions are popping up about it. And we actually have a really neat plan, a model that we did not create, that we have people in the farming community who have a really neat model what they do with their goats, similar to what you can do with your longhorns or anything else, where you keep you can have intact males, just like we have Tex and Waylon.
He's like, don't talk about my man parts. I just got him yesterday.
Yet you can also keep them separated from their females. So everyone's living their best life, and they all still have the herd with just a simple gate to separate them. Yet you don't have to actually go through and do all of the procedure. And so we are talking and thinking out. Jamie and I are talking. We're not really including anyone else in our discussions about this, but we have a goat management plan, and we will share that with you guys in a future video. So for the people who are asking all the questions, we know that I'm a Survivor is limited in how many goats they can have because they don't have the right type of vegetation to give a goat its healthiest life. And so they have to supplement quite a bit with either having to go to the woods and bring back things or having to, feed a lot of grains. And so we're trying to get away from that. But I'll tell you what.
You can see his tongue right now. I don't know where my phone is.
You know what's funny is we bought our first bag of grains in over a year yesterday. We've not had to buy any grains here for the goats at all. We haven't. Our goats here have so much to eat on. And I joke all the time with Jamie. Jamie hates this joke. But I tell her we could have 50 goats here and not have a problem and still don't have to buy anything. There's so much to eat here.
50 goats?
I'm joking.
50.
We're not going to have 50 goats.
You better build some better fences then, Morrow.
All right. Well, anyone that watches the channel knows that we've had some does break out, guys. Our little goats have broken out of our pasture and ran down the road half a mile to meet up with our neighbor's buck. So Mother Nature's calling is strong. Oh, looky here. He's like, I'm just going to sit down and take a little break. My legs can't handle all of this standing. Okay, you can sit and have a little break. So we will talk more about all of that. But we have some ideas, and mostly they're my ideas. Jamie doesn't always like my ideas, so it's better to have discussions between Jamie and I first off camera, and then we'll each find our own way to bring it to you.
Pretty much.
And
That's how it goes.
Sometimes our video can be the exact same content, yet two very different perspectives. And sometimes you'll agree with me, and sometimes you'll agree with Jamie. It's very rare that we'll find people who will agree with both of us. And that's fine. You know what? Oh, my little goodness. What's wrong, little guy? What's wrong? You're like, you know what? I'm ready to go back to my mama. This one over here says, you know what? I'll just call you mama. Oh, no. Listen, that's funny. Look, I did not touch that. The goat did that.
Tomorrow.
No, you saw the goat did that. Can you please let Finn make babies because he's so cute and sweet? So I'm going to tell y'all something about Finn, and tell me if I'm wrong. This is something that we can agree on. We may have never, besides Lenny, have we ever had a goat as handsome, as well put together, as just, like if you ever, okay, so let's just take some examples. Listen, I am very secure in my sexuality, okay? However, I can also identify a real stud when I see one, okay? Let's take Val Kilmer in Top Gun. Let's take, oh my gosh. Come on, Jamie, help me with this. Come on. No. Come on. Here's a good one. My mind just went blank. I'm getting old, y'all. Jamie, who in the world was Troy?
I never saw Troy.
You did see Troy. Oh my gosh. Who's that actor? Guys, who's the guy who was in Troy?
I don't know, but what about Rip?
Okay, fine, Rip. Jamie, my mind has just slipped on me. He's the most popular actor, most handsome. Brad Pitt. Thank you, Brad Pitt.
Somebody said Daniel Arms.
Take it. What the hell are you talking about? The hell? Daniel Arms. You take Brad Pitt. Listen, I'm not an idiot, y'all. I know that me and Brad walk into a club. I know who's going to be getting all the attention that night, okay? It ain't going to be me. And that's fine, okay? But what I'm saying is, if you kind of like apply that same principle to the goat world, Lenny is quite the stud. Can we agree with that?
Yeah.
Lenny, our Lenny over here is quite the stud. And all of a sudden, every once in a while, you have one of them that will come along that will just really exhibit some studly type personality, mannerism, behavior. You fill in the blank. And Finn, my friends, is, oh my gosh, Sadie needed a snack. Sadie, sweetie, she goes, it gets hot and I get hungry on the job. She's taking
She just went off the that's from the shelf, an eye-level shelf.
Sadie, that's us. Well, the funny thing is, those are the dog snacks, but she had to go up high to get them. She had to go up so high to get those darn snacks. How did she do that?
No.
And then there she goes.
I can't wait for you to pull the footage from the security cameras on that, because that was awesome. She's like, Mom and Dad are busy. This is an opportune time. They got the baby.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But no, Finn is that guy, y'all. And so
Finn is a handsome little goat. He's
man,
stocky,
and as he gets
and his
older,
beard is growing,
and so I tell you what, I'm not going to say that we're going to allow Finn just to have at it. We're not going to do that. But I would like to, and this is just an idea. Jamie and I are talking, and we're in the talking stages, so y'all cannot start throwing rotten fruits at me right now. No rotten fruits coming my way now, please. But Finn, I think that we could find a way to manage our goats the way other people manage their farms. Selective, they call it selective breeding. Oh no.
Hold on.
I'm scared.
Hold on.
I'm so scared. What did someone say?
Calling us a farm is like a really strong word. First of all, like that means professional, or like that anybody knows what we're doing. We are far from those things. And
No,
as
we're
far
not.
as the ability to manage any of those things, like they must have like ninja powers and like be able to have some sort of wizardry over their goats, because no matter what type of fence we build or what type of enclosure, we could build a tiger enclosure and they still wouldn't stay in.
That's
So
probably true.
like our goats currently are running a mile down the road to the neighbors.
But what I was trying to say is we can't have that.
No,
We cannot have that, y'all. And so our goat pasture is so large, and that it's just going to be almost impossible that when those goats have their cycles to keep them in, unless we have a reason to keep them home. And I'm not saying let them indulge in their desires necessarily, but they won't leave if there's a buck here, even though that buck doesn't have to be in the same pasture with them. The same way we keep
and
Carl
we don't have to let them breed. That is the
no,
truth.
that's selective. So the same way we keep Tat and Carl separate from our ladies, they're all content because they're all here together. Our ladies are not running off down the road looking for other, but because they sit there and they dance through the fence. They sit and they do all their dancing right through the fence. Carl will dance, the girls will dance, and they're just loving life. It's kind of like when you go to Vegas and there's these girls behind this glass who are dancing. You don't know about that? Okay, that bad example. Bad example.
No, finish your story there.
Horrible example.
Finish your story.
I'm just saying is you have that wall between you, so it's not really anything wrong with it, y'all. So, all right, there's a glass wall. You can look but not touch. There's so many expressions, y'all. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop talking about it. Bottom line is we are not going to fix Finn yet. We're going to think about how we're going to manage this and possibly consider some real farm type managing system, and then do some very selective breeding. Okay. Now, but in saying so, guys, if you knew how many people ask us for goats, they want to buy them. We're not going to sell them. We're not going to sell them. We're not in the market. That's not our thing. We don't sell stuff. But there are tons of people who have asked us for goats, not because they want to have a barbecue on July 4th, but for pasture and yard management. And so I'm not saying that we will keep every single baby born here, but at the same time, we are never going to be in a position where we're overpopulated because we don't know what to do. We've got ourselves caught up and went over our head. Does that make sense to you? Help me with my word choices, Jamie.
You're doing great.
Lester opens his mouth and sticks his foot right in. John, quote of the day. I'm going to pin that. John, yes, sir, I absolutely do. But John, I think that some people like that about me. They love seeing me try to wiggle myself out of sticky situations.
It's me. I'm some people.
This is some people right here, John. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That's funny and cute. And so, guys, Jamie and I would love to think out loud, and we're doing that with you right now. But we had that conversation a couple of times this week. And but no, Ellie and Megan are absolutely going to go ahead, and they wanted to get some babies from Gus. They got that experience. We got that experience way over here, and there's going to actually be more babies coming at the sanctuary. Mm-hmm. Now, Ellie and Megan will more than likely also do what we're talking about doing. And for those folks who have been begging and asking and emailing and writing about, you love him, don't you? I can see it on your face. I can see it on your half face. But no. So we'll talk more about that.
He is something. These two are something.
No one can see my baby because looky here. He's in a ball. He's gotten himself in a little ball. You want me to hold you? No. Look how dirty I am, Jamie. The day has just started, and I'm filthy. Well, what else you got, Jamie? I don't mean to keep these good folks all day long, but we have been going for almost an hour.
Sadie ate all of her treats clearly already. So
she's back to guard duty. She had her snacks. She had her morning snack, and now she's back to guard duty.
honestly, nothing else really. Just some goat watching and some horse time today. Of course, dogs. It's a sloppy day here, so I really had hopes of doing some more gardening, but we're going to let Mother Nature do her thing today and keep going. Maybe I'll find myself at a plant store.
Not me. I'm doing stuff with the boys today. And then from what I understand, I have to swing by and get a grocery order on the way home.
I'm going to go with you.
I'm going to bite this goat's ear, but I'm going to do it softly.
Oh my God. Why?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
It's like when you bite your baby's toes.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I just wanted to bite
You just
an
needed
ear.
to put that in. Okay.
We need to spend, and we will. We're going to start spending more time with the babies. I think that all of our moms are done here. And so we will have these 6 babies and we're going to spend time with them daily. So y'all better get ready. If you like baby goats, prepare
You're
yourself.
going to see this feature probably first thing in the morning before work, probably around lunchtime some days, in the evenings. I'm going to share my goat time live. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm just going to say that real fast. So listen, guys, I am not telling you, I'm not trying to forecast what's to come in the future. But the reactions to people who are enjoying the daily live is better than what I expected. I thought that you would get tired of this. I thought that you would get worn out. But do you know that for the last 2 months, which was December, every day of December, every day of January, and we are now how many days into February?
11.
We have gone, so you count those days up. We've gone live one time every single day at different properties for different reasons, be it little Gary or be it, stuff happening here or there. We've gone live every day for that long. And the reactions are fairly positive. There's a couple of people there's always going to be it's funny. Have you ever heard of the 10 percenters? Is that a real thing at your job, you think?
Absolutely.
My boss, I think I've said this before a few times, but my boss used to always tell us about the difficulties. Jamie, we just got a really poor signal.
It's been that way for a long time.
Well, we got a great signal here, but a bad one over here.
Don't touch it.
Okay, I can't. So we just got a signal warning. And Jamie says, don't touch it. It's been there the whole time. Well, I hope that we're not lagging and stuff on people. Now it's gone. My boss used to always talk about the difficulties of management. Now, she was a principal, but you get what I'm saying. Management when you work with your 10 percenters, because in pretty much any organization, 90% of your folks, your employees, your staff, or go with the flow. They will go with the flow. If there's different trends or if there's different things happening, they call them best practices in my line of work, which is teaching. I don't know what they call them with medicine, but if there's a best practice, and even though you're an old timer, you've been doing things like this your whole life and you're kind of set in your ways, if you introduce a best practice and you show the research of how and what kind of positive results it can do for your students, then most 90% of your teachers are willing to try it out and give it a shot and see how it goes. And they try to implement those things into their own classrooms, to their own lessons. But she says there's always going to be your 10 percenters, So 1 out of 10 people are going to, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Been doing it this way my whole life. Not going to change for nothing. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. And so when you have that type of 10 percenter, Sadie's back for more. No, she wants to come let y'all know she's fine. She's back on the job. And so I think that a 10 percenter I think the same thing might be true for social media. Now, I'm not going to say it's 10% though. I would say it's a whole lot less than 10%.
Yeah,
like much less.
It's about 1%.
But there are people who are not going to like the trend or the way that things go with anything that we do. And so you kind of expect that. Yeah, well, absolutely okay.
There's some things that I don't like that other people do, and
there's things you didn't like that I do.
Ooh, now it's thundering.
Now we hear the thunder coming in, and the wind's starting to pick up.
Yeah,
and that means that what I should probably do is return these babies to mama. Look at the cat behind us.
I know.
Who is that?
Mabel.
Oh, that's Mabel, sweetie. Tomorrow's her big day. Well, listen, friends. Ooh, the thunder is rolling in.
Yeah, it's coming.
Guys, I'm going to let you go now. Return these babies to mama. Get mamas back to the loafing sheds
Yeah.
because Sissy can run back, but babies probably can't run with her.
Yeah.
And they're on the far side of the bridge. They're on the far side of the pasture.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go take care of all of that. We love you, and we will miss you tonight.
We will miss y'all tonight. If we happen to come on, it'll just be a very short with some goats later. But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how the day goes, how the weather is, what our Wi-Fi does, what our power does, what the storms do. You know, all those things.
I was going to say one last thing about the football game tonight. Can we all just say a silent prayer that the Chiefs do not win? Now, listen, I have to say it in silence because my son would find out otherwise. So LE, my oldest son, you guys know, is a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. He didn't jump on the bandwagon in the last couple of years. He's been riding this train for a while. And the scary thing about that is you guys may remember this. Everyone's saying go Chiefs. No, Nancy. A couple of years ago when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, we were forced to take my son because he was going to go with or without us. This kid was 18 years old. He's an adult, and he's going to Kansas City. And I just could not allow him to go by himself. There was a snow, there was hazardous weather, there was all kinds of horrible conditions between here and there. And I just could not stand to see my 18-year-old drive off on his own all the way to Kansas City. So me and Jamie ended up having to go with him. I drove him. Jamie ended up driving us both because I couldn't drive in the horrible ice. But we ended up doing that. And so my biggest fear is if they win again, then LE's going to come up in a couple and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go to Kansas City for that big parade.
And you're going to let him.
No, I can't. I don't want to go.
24.
I don't want to drive to Kansas City again,
You're
y'all.
going to let him.
I don't want him to go, and I don't want him to go. So I just hope that it's low key. I hope that they lose. Nothing against you KC fans, okay? But guys, they've won a few already. Let 49ers win. That way Jamie and I can stay home and not go to any parades during the winter months in Kansas City.
We ain't going to Kansas
Lord,
City.
Jamie. Anyway, that's our silent request as we let you guys go today. All right, one last peek at these sweet babies. I'm going to get a close-up of you and yours. All right, they're 8-ball. And then, look at that. Greg he's milk drunk. He's like, back to the baba. Back to the teen I go. Friends, thank y'all for watching and sharing some of your day with us.
We hope you all have a very safe, what?
Well, look at Lawrence over here. Sorry, Lester. And then all caps. Go Chiefs. Lawrence, take it back. Take it back. Oh, I understand. Oh, no, Monica, this is clever. Look here. I want whoever Taylor Swift is not dating. Hey, can we ask that trivia question right quick?
We're going.
No, let's ask a trivia question. Let's just ask one trivia question to really send people off in a either a good or a bad mood. Now, don't be mad. Don't be upset with the messengers. But there are a lot of people, y'all. There are a lot of people who share Monica's feelings about the Taylor Swift much to do about nothing kind of a stuff. You know, she and that fella are dating. And I will admit, the games that I've watched, I'm not sure why the TV is constantly watching that box, that box up in the stands where Taylor's sitting, Taylor Swift. I don't know why the TV just thinks they have to keep showing her. Because this is my personal opinion, and you can agree to disagree. I think she's a very talented musician, y'all.
She is talented.
Taylor Swift is a very talented musician. And if you have an appreciation for music, you have to appreciate someone that can still play music and not just lip sync to stuff, right? I'm not saying that in a mean way. And Taylor Swift can take an instrument and her vocals, and she can just create magic and she does it in front of thousands and thousands of young fans who you also hope will one day have that same appreciation. So I don't think we can all hate on her. I think that we can be a little bit annoyed, though. We're just annoyed that there's so much TV time given to her when we come here for football. What's wrong?
You just opened up what people say about us. I don't know why we have to give so much time to Lester and Jamie. We just came here for animals.
Y'all take it back. Y'all better take it back.
I don't know why we gotta watch so much Taylor Swift. We came here for football, schmuckball.
Y'all better take it back. Y'all coming for the animals, not for me and Jamie? Well, shame on you all. God bless your souls, every last one of you who think that.
Go put these babies back. You got others screaming out there too.
Have a fun day, my friends. We love you so much. And hey, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
We love y'all. Thanks so much for loving us.
All right. Bye, guys.